Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and today is Saturday, August 4th, 2018. The tarot card for today is the Four of Cups. When I noticed this here, I'm thinking, I'm really not too surprised because there has been so much that's going on. Let's talk about the status quo for a minute because it's been changing and there's a great deal of discontent around it. Sometimes you feel um, like you really want things to change. Maybe you don't know what to do about it. And you're just thinking, I don't like this the way it is. Okay? There is that discontent that's associated with this card, whether it's with people, with situations, the way things are. But it's eclipse season, it's retrograde season, and it's not always that easy to make it be the way you want. And one of the most important things that you can do, even when you can't figure out how to get to what you want, is to at least know what you don't. I think that that is half the battle, because sometimes we go along, we live our lives, and we accept things day to day that really don't, you know, jive with our soul. So here we are, it's the weekend. A lot has happened in the past week, right? We had that big eclipse, the longest of the century. It was a full moon, total lunar eclipse at 4 degrees Aquarius. And a lot of things cropped up out of the blue. And there's probably, finally maybe things have calmed down a little bit in the last couple of days. And you can start looking things over. This is a card of review and being able to, meditate, contemplate, whatever you want to call it, about the things that you accept in your life. Okay? And it might just be, I really don't want to do this way. That type of thing going on. Now, the other thing that we have going on here, and it's, I don't feel like it's a stretch because it really, in a way, is associated with this card. There's that kind of like boredom that sometimes sets in. And the moon is in Taurus today, where it is exalted. But on the other hand, that Taurus energy tends to be a little more laid back, a little more couch potato, a little more Netflix type, But it doesn't mean that nothing gets done. It just means that there's a whole lot of maybe potato chips and cookies and brownies involved. One never knows. So it's like that type of energy where you might just go hang out by yourself and be, binging on Netflix and having some snacks and thinking about life in general. Not doing anything about it, but thinking about it and saying, boy, it's like the week in review, right? That's kind of what's going on here. And you see, there's still more to go because in another week, on the 11th, we will have a partial new moon solar eclipse in Leo. Mars is still retrograde, Mercury is still retrograde, and you will notice that in 3 more days, Uranus will retrograde, and that will be through January 6th. So what's going to happen when we get to the 7th is we're going to have 7 retrograde heavenly bodies until the 19th when Mercury goes direct. So you really can't focus on as much about what you want if it's trying to do something new as opposed to just what you don't want. You can at least work on that part. And I think that that's what this wants you to do today. So if it does involve being a couch potato and giving it some thought, then that's the way to go. I don't think that there's anything exceptional here going on, but that there's that discontent. This is not what I want, all right? But it's not the day to make something happen. And I know that that's a tough one, all right? It really is. For those of you out there who listen to these on a daily basis, I want to remind you, you can download the Patreon app and you can come over and follow me free for there. You'll be able to hear my weekly tarot guidances, my love and finance for the month of August. All of that is over there. And of course, I also have different tiers, which often, offer even lengthier tarot guidances and, longer range forecasts. So, if you're in doubt at the moment about what you're doing, just give it some thought. Today's not a day to do anything, but at the same time, don't be so engrossed in what you're, you know, thinking about that you miss out on something. Yeah, I don't know about that, all right? Because I think right now it may be best if you do. The timing is not perfect, and you kind of need to give it. Let's get past the solar eclipse on the 11th and then see where things go, because the month will end on a much greater note. So I want to thank you all very much for listening. I'll see you here again tomorrow, and as always, have a great day.